What's up, you guys? Hope you guys are doing well. We're going to be talking about our runner from yesterday, which was NP. So some background info includes that NP is a rare earth minerals play that is perceived as being a beneficiary of Biden's stimulus package. So it's been running ever since its official SPAC merger in November. So 2 days ago, around 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, we received insider details that NP will get pumped by certain YouTubers the next day. So we capitalize on this by entering call positions the previous day before the pump. So let's zone in on how we play this. It's 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, and we just received notice of this. So now time to zone in on an entry. So let's write down a support level at the low of the day, another at the higher supports, another at the open resistance, another at the pre-market resistance around right here, and another at the resistance around 8 a.m. Okay, and there's another one around 29.4, which case we can just bring it down a little bit to adjust. So let's set a notification around 29.4 and around 30. If it gaps up above, we don't really chase. If it gaps down below, we start accumulating once it starts uptrending again. Let's keep going. Okay, it touches it 20 minutes later, then it bounces off. So this is where you can take a starter position. So let's say, for example, you are okay with getting 6 calls. You can scale in a third of it. So you can scale in 2 calls around right here. So we keep going. Let's see if it hits it again. Okay, breaks a new intraday high. That's very bullish. We'll see if it holds. Okay, it doesn't really hold. So around 30 is the resistance for the day, where there's a hard resistance where it can't really gap up above that. So we keep going. Keep going. Okay, now it's almost closing time. So let's see if we can accumulate some other good calls. Let's see if it hits below 29.4 or not. Okay, starts consolidating around here for the 20 to 30 minutes. So this is where we can fully enter in our position. So you have 2 calls, your max position size is 6 calls. You can enter in your last 4 calls for the day. Keep going. Okay, solid. So we can't really play options in after hours. So let's wait until the following day to see what happens. Okay, let's wait till the following day. Okay, so the following day, news starts circulating that the pump will happen sometime in the morning. So people will start giving into FOMO. They start buying the stock in the morning. But let's see how open plays out. Okay, open starts gapping up like crazy. So we'll switch to a shorter time frame to be a little more accurate, as open tends to be more volatile. Let's see. That's the next day. We'll bring it back. 112. Bring it back. There it is. Okay. So 2-minute time frame, it starts gapping up like crazy. The pump didn't even happen yet, but let's draw some trend lines so we can see how far this gap up goes. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, new resistance established right here. Another supports, a little higher support established right there. So we'll see how far it gaps up. We still got our 6 calls. Keep going, keep going. Let's keep going. Keep going. Okay, new higher and higher supports. That's a good sign. The pump didn't even happen yet. Keep going. We'll wait till the pump happens. Keep going. Okay, at around 8 a.m. the pump happens around right here. So things start gapping up a lot quicker. And as you can see, it gaps up way above the trend lines we drew in earlier. So if it gaps up way above the trend lines, I would recommend taking partial profits, as we love taking partial profits on abnormally high gap ups. So you can take 1/3 profits on your 6 calls. That's 2 calls out. You have 4 calls left. We'll see how it keeps going, whether it sells off quickly or it keeps gapping up even more. Okay, starts selling off quickly. You could take another 1/3 profits. So if you have 4 left, you can take off 1 call or 2 calls, whatever you prefer. Let's see whether it establishes a new support or not. Okay. Establishes a new little higher support right here. We'll see whether it keeps going or not. Okay, gaps up a little bit, but now there's a lower high with a higher support now. If you want to be safe, you can take some partial profits, but I recommend just watching it, observing it to see how it keeps going. Keeps going. Okay, it breaks the previous resistance. That's a very bullish sign, so we'll keep letting it run. And it kind of forms like a mini double top right here, in which you can take partial profits if you want to be safe, as it dips below the 520 and 40 SMA lines. So that's a very bearish sign if it dips below your SMA lines, depending on which time frames you like choosing. So you could fully exit it if you want to be safe. However, I would recommend letting it run, as it never really dips below the previously established support line around 11 or 8 a.m. Pacific time. So you could take partial profits. Let's say you have 3 calls left. You take partial profits by selling out your 2 calls. Now you have 1 call left to see where it keeps going. Okay, it keeps running. Higher supports right here. Draw new trend lines. So you got 1 call left. Let's see how far it goes. See if it maybe double top, but there's a higher support. We keep it going. Okay, keeps running. Nice, keeps running. Keeps going. Higher supports, higher highs. We like that. Keep going. Let's see whether it breaks this support or not. Keep going. We got 1 last call. Then it forms a little head and shoulders, which is a bearish sign. So left shoulder, head, right shoulder, dips below all 3 SMA lines right here, which is a bearish sign. So in which case, I would recommend taking profits around here, ending the play. So those 6 calls are around 30% each. Some major keys in this play include being patient and waiting for your support and resistance levels to accumulate positions. So if the day before the pump, we just bought all of our calls right away, we would have missed getting even better entry points at 29.4. So set your notifications. Don't really check your stocks until they hit them, and you'll be good. Because if you fully go 100% in a position at one time, it may just gap down like crazy, and that could have been a potential dip buying opportunity for you. Second key is to make trading a social game. So don't isolate yourself. Other people have unique perspectives, so it's important to be open to them. So whether that be being involved with other traders in real life, talking to other chat rooms, talking to a mentor, etc., really be open to them. And for the majority of the time, don't hold through catalysts. In this case, it kept running after catalysts, but half the time, a lot of times it sells off after the catalyst. So we lock in profits before it happens. So the pump was happening but didn't finish yet. So we just locked in some before, locked in some during, then we let a little bit run after as a continuation, as in this case it happened to keep running. So we're all about making those consistent gains. So by playing those pre and post run-ups, be able to consistently make profits over and over again, which will compound in time. So hope these 3 tips help. Hope this broke down. And if you want to join an awesome community with other like-minded traders with great resources and free signals, other premium services offered, feel free to click the link below to join our Discord. So talk to y'all next.